Go home. Kid Gertrude's arrival. While it's hard to say whether there's any one particular day that's best for running away from home, if forced to choose, one would probably say the 15th of September would be as good a day as any. On the other hand, to the mud-soaked and waterlogged girl stumbling through the woods, the 15th didn't feel particularly good for anything whatsoever. After all, it was her birthday, and nothing good had ever happened on it before. In the rainy, damp woods, full of rainy, damp thoughts, the girl wove past a broken-down wooden gate in an old stone wall without taking notice of either. She did notice the house beyond them, though, and might have hesitated a moment if not for a sudden peal of thunder. A little bell chimed as she stepped inside, boots stomping against the small welcome mat. She ignored all the signs on the front door except for the words, bed and breakfast. The house had a cheery little lobby, which looked more or less like a living room, with a big polished desk plopped down against the far wall. A tired-looking young man, his name tag read Sal Night Porter, awoke abruptly from a snooze behind it and squinted at her. "Ah, what? How did you get in here? Who are you?" The girl fidgeted, suddenly nervous. "I opened the door, and my name is, Gertrude," she said, and over the course of the sentence, it became true. "Well, I'm sorry, kid, but the gift shop's closed," Sal said, surreptitiously closing a pocket-sized notebook that was laying out, which Gertrude couldn't help but notice was crammed with what looked like song lyrics. Well, the sign said this is a bed and breakfast, right? So I was thinking, maybe I could stay here for a couple nights. I have some money here with me." Gertrude shuffled through her pockets, trying to find her wallet. Oh no, where is it? Huh, that's odd. No vacancies." Sal blinked at the guest book as if he'd never seen anything like it. "Sorry, kid." Gertrude's eyes opened wide and she felt something in her heart snap. "Are you sure? Is there anything I can do? I don't know, Sal shrugged, non-committally, and leaned back in his spinny chair, getting ready to go back to sleep. "Go home, kid." But Gertrude's shoulders stiffened as she turned away. Sal noticed her overstuffed backpack and mud-stained jeans and frowned. Hold on. I might be able to find you a spot. I'll need to check with the concierge in the morning, and the concierge might need to check with Yazeba, and Yazeba might say no, but we'll get you out of the cold at least. There's some spare linens and a comforter in the laundry room. Gertrude unclenched her fists for the first time in days. Thank you. Thank you so much." She paused for a moment. "Who's Yazeba?" Sal smiled and grabbed one of a seemingly endless series of keys off of the back wall. "You got a lot to learn, kid, but it's late. I'm sure someone will explain everything to you in the morning." And that is the story of how Gertrude came to live atop the dryer in the laundry room at Yazeba's bed and breakfast.
Staring at vines on top of the ceiling, with a torch in your hand, igniting the feeling of a green and brown forest howling deep, dirt and soil resting all over your feet. Oh, honey, you're running away. Whoa. Vines from the wall start to slither around your legs, making motion a bit harder to control. Oh, they're placing home in your soul. from your forehead to down to your spine. Soft beds of grass lay green, comforting feet. It's a magic carpet of strangers you'll meet. Whoa, honey, running away again. Whoa. Strange frog approaches, says look at the stars. Can you name constellations, that one next to Mars? Though it's strange, his advice, he's no stranger to truth.